to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mr. Tatsias? Mr. Tatsias?
Here.
Yes.
Mr. Gigi? Mr. O'Hare?
Here.
Mr. Espinola?
Yeah.
Mr. Bahu?
Here.
Mr. Lemay? Mr. Booton?
Here.
Mr. Moran?
Yeah. Mr. Booton, has anyone signed up for public speaking?
Mr. Chairman, no one has signed up to
I
speak
guess we're
tonight.
good there. School committee communications, yep. Just wanted to make you aware of the fact that the custodians would like to move forward to start on their negotiations.
Thank you.
And also, I have a thank you from, I guess it's from the GLTHS family. The flowers that you sent to the funeral home were very much appreciated. Your support, kind words, and thoughtfulness really helped my family during this difficult time. I'm so grateful to work with such wonderful and caring people. Thank you, Andrew GLTHS and family. And it looks like I'm going to turn it over to Anthony GLTHS for student rep.
Must be spring.
So for the organization and clubs, Skills USA is preparing for the state competition, which will be held on April 27th through 29th in Marlborough. We have 85 of the students competing in both technical and leadership competitions, and a state office candidate, Kenny De La Cruz, who hopes to be elected as Skills USA state officer. A group of students attending the ADL's Word of Difference 22nd Annual Youth Congress. Here, students learned how to identify different types of prejudice that are still found in schools today. Students took part in a number of leadership workshops that helped teach them how to speak up and speak out against prejudice. Our math team participated in a math meet at Tri-County Regional Vocational Technical High School on Thursday, April 6, 2017. The team finished 5th and 15th out of 29 teams. The freshman and sophomore class committees are volunteering to assist with the Merrimack Valley Food Bank's Spring Pantry Raid, April 12th, 13th, and 15th. The senior class is preparing for their senior week activities. Monday, June 5th is field trip to Chunky's Cinema in Nashua. Tuesday, June 6th is a field trip to Six Flags in Agawam. Wednesday, June 7th will be a hypnotist and a field day here at Greater Lowell. The drama club is working hard to get ready for their performance of Almost Maine on Thursday, May 4th and Friday, May 5th at 6:30 p.m. in the lecture hall. The cheerleading team will be hosting our first ever color run here at the school on Sunday, May 7th. The run is open to the community and anyone interested and can register online at eventbrite.com. Early registration is open until April 21st. The team is working hard to raise funds for summer camp in July. And as for athletics, nearly 600 students tried out for our spring programs. The boys volleyball team has started the season at 2-2 recording wins over Assabet and Monty Tech, and will look to pick up an additional wins in upcoming matches with Somerville and Lowell Catholic in the coming week. Baseball and softball has yet to hit the field due to early season weather troubles. Both teams hope to open play this week, with softball scheduled for a league matchup with Whittier on April 11th and baseball and Shawsheen on April 12th. The track and field team will open their season with a home meet on April 11th before traveling to the Haverhill Invitational on April 15th and the Nashua North Invitational on the 22nd. The tennis team tried to open match play on April 7th before rain halted the opener shortly after it started. The team will travel to Minutemen on April 11th before hosting Shawsheen on April 12th. The boys and girls lacrosse teams have also had difficulty getting started due to the poor weather this season. Both will look to get rolling as the warmer weather sets in. Boys lacrosse will host Whittier on April 12th, and the girls will travel to St. Mary's on the 19th. And that is all.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I just say one thing, Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Thank you very much for making that, but I just happened to be out at Shawsheen yesterday. Unfortunately, it rained, so I didn't stay long, but they built a brand-new baseball field. It has to be at least 60 feet higher than the former fields that they had, or they're still using those, but my God, I think everybody should go out there and take a look at it. It is the most beautiful thing I've seen in a long time
That other school.
on high school football facilities, and baseball, and everything else, too. You know, thank you.
Thank you. Approval of the minutes, March 8th, 2017. Mr. Booton by Mr. O'Hare.
Mr. Tatsias? Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes.
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes. Approval of the minutes for the March 23rd special meeting and public hearing vote. Mr. Bahu, seconded by Mr. Tatsias.
Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes.
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes. Report of the treasurer. So move. Move to waive the reading, Mr. Bahu.
Move to waive the reading. Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes.
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes. Motion to approve $4,226,586.82. Mr. Booton. Mr. Gigi.
Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes.
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes. Report of general counsel. It's going to be delayed till executive session, is that correct? Okay. Report of the superintendent director.
Okay, thank you. A very short report this evening. Cooperative education, monthly numbers, very much similar to last year. 38% of the class was out for the senior class, and we've got 38% out again this year. The junior class, we're off by one. We had 11% out last year. We're down to 10%, but very close and doing well. The second thing on my agenda is the negotiations for the non-union personnel, and I would request that we do executive session at the conclusion of the meeting to go over that information. And that's my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Report of the business manager.
Hi. All we need in the business office is to approve the transfer request that you have in your packet. And a surplus request from the plumbing department.
I want to make a motion to approve the transfers in the sum of $136,157.58.
Second.
Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes.
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
The plumbing equipment is actually after the transfers.
Motion to approve the surplus plumbing equipment.
Seconded by who? Mr. Booton?
Yeah.
Thank you. Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes.
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Booton? Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Forgot who it was, yes.
Am I all set?
I said yes. Old business, Any items not on the agenda brought up under this section will be discussed purposely only. Action will be deferred to a future meeting. Do we need to vote on that?
We just need to know if anybody.
Outstanding items. Visitors locker room. One man, one vote. Policy Subcommittee and Superintendent develop a district wellness policy for the school that may include the distribution of condoms to students. Athletic Hall of Fame, Mr. O'Hare. Cooler Harris dedication, Mr. O'Hare. Superintendent's Walt, Mr. O'Hare. You review our current sports program to see if additional teams are needed and make recommendations for the upcoming budget season. Mr. Booton and O'Hare is,
I think we could take that off. We've, had our budget, we've approved what we're going to go forward with. So I think that can be taken off.
the,
Mr. O'Hare?
the last one.
Co-motion
Sure.
with you, so.
Okay. That was the plaque. The plaque.
New business? First?
I have
All right, did you have a question, Mr. Bahu?
I have something on a new business, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know, I should have put this on the agenda, I believe. But I'd like to know how the committee feels about moving our May 17th meeting, Thursday, May 17th meeting, to Thursday, May 18th meeting to Wednesday, May 17th.
This in addition to the other ones that we've already changed?
Yes, it is. And if the committee can't do it, I understand completely.
That's May 17th, this year's meeting
That's
schedule, right?
correct. That's correct.
I'm unavailable on
That's something I'd have to take under consideration, Mr. Bahu.
Okay,
I think Mr. Gigi just said he's not available.
okay. Beautiful.
Did somebody say they had a conflict?
Yes, Mr. Gigi
I
indicated.
think I do. I'm trying to get my calendar up and open. and-
Okay, sorry, I should have let you guys know that. I was sort of a little occupied last weekend.
No problem.
Okay.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Senna, please.
One thing before we do that,
Okay.
still under old, excuse me, new business.
New business, go ahead.
I know we can't really get involved too much on this at this particular time, but I think I'd like to put on the agenda, and I think I'd like to talk to the superintendent of others, and we may not even have to put it on the agenda, but some of the services that we have provided for the past 10 years anyway, the lease of some of the facilities, for either baseball, softball, or soccer, running into I shouldn't say it's a problem, but the rates for the usage of these facilities has changed drastically. And from what I understand is because of the because the school is locked up during the summer months on most of the days when people would be playing, sports. But I think if we could address that at another, I'll write a motion up and we can discuss it at the next meeting if you'd like. Okay, and basically the motion is to review the cost schedules for the use of facilities at Greater Lowell Tech.
Okay. Make a note of it. Okay. May I proceed now? Mr. Booton? Mr. Booton, it's my pleasure to present this plaque to you with our appreciation for your role as chairman of the school committee for the 2016-17 year. Thank you for your leadership and guidance.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
The other half of the gavel's for Paul next time.
Yeah.
I heard him throw it on that thing. I thought he broke it.
Committee person motions, motion by Mr. Bahu to have the superintendent search the possibility of starting an associate degree program at Greater Lowell Tech High School.
Second?
Yeah, this is a motion, I had the benefit of, we had the governor as well as his cabinet come to our school, and award us $466,000 for digital fabrication and makerspace. And I had the benefit of speaking to him, as well as his Secretary of Education. And I asked them something about not being able to utilize our space in the evenings, and sometimes trying to work with Middlesex Community College so that they could begin to use our space and we could sort of have that shared space. And he indicated to me that there was some legislation passed recently that these our vocational schools and vocational schools across the state have been approved to begin to start an associate programs right within our buildings based on the space we have as well as the shops and such like that. So this motion is simply just to have the superintendent look in to us, possibly having an associate's program right here at Greater Lowell Tech to utilize our space to benefit our community.
I require a vote.
Yep.
Mr. Lemay?
Any specific program that you're
Well-
interested, I don't know what the criteria is.
Sure, well, we have plumbing program, right, and, we have metal fabrication. We have electrical programs, carpentry programs, we have medical assisting programs. So I think at the end of the day, maybe just find out what programs we could possibly begin to pilot and start that way. I would say, like anything, you start small and you begin to, go from there. But just to find out any information that we can get from the government, from the superintendent, which is, as well as from the state, the Department of Education, to see what they think about actually starting a program here.
Are there grants available for this?
Well, that's probably part of the research that we need to do before.
And the superintendent would report on that as far as, we have a grant writer. I'm sure that would get
Look
involved.
into it.
Okay,
Okay.
good motion, Fred.
Very nice, Mr. Bahu.
We need to vote.
Roll call.
Okay, roll call.
Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes.
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes. Is this motion out of order, Mr. Bahu?
I'm sorry, sir.
No, we're on this one, right?
Subcommittees.
So can we skip the second one?
Yes, actually, before we go ahead and speak on the second motion that I have, I think I need to do a little more research based on, maybe the dates that we would like to go ahead and begin our retirees' contribution to match our, current teaching staff as well as the staff that works here throughout the building. So rather than have this discussion right now, I'm just going to pull the motion
Table it.
and begin to do a little bit more research to see if this is something that would be beneficial to the school as well as the retirees.
No, I just,
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bahu.
You're welcome.
Motion by Mr. Booton to request the Alternative Energy Subcommittee meet to discuss the possibility of securing additional net metering credits.
Need a second?
Second.
going through budget, review budget season, hearing that we're getting $135,000 a year from our net metering credit agreement. When I was on the Alternative Energy Committee, I think we recommended that we were going up to 60 or 70%. We wanted to wait a year to see how the renovation, if it made the school more energy efficient, and if there was any room. So I think it's something to look into. It's been very profitable for us. So I think it's something to have the committee look at and research.
Yeah, not a problem. Recommend the subcommittee. Roll call.
Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes.
Mr. Espinola? Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes. Report of subcommittees. Approval of the February 28th, 2017 Finance Subcommittee report.
Motion to approve?
Bahu by Mr. Tatsias.
Mr. Tatsias? Yes. Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes.
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes. Approval of the March 21st, 2017 Finance Subcommittee report. Vote. Mr. Booton by Mr. Espinola.
Mr. Tatsias? Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes.
Mr. Espinola? Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes. Approval of the March 8th, 2017 GLTHS Building Committee Report. Mr. Booton by Mr. Bahu.
Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes.
Mr. Espinola? Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
There are no monthly changes,
Okay, no monthly approvals.
so now we need the motions for executive session.
Motion to go into executive session for a grievance?
No, I think you want to go into executive session for negotiations first.
Yes.
Motion to go executive session for
Negotiations of,
negotiations, thank you.
Non contractual,
okay.
non-union personnel.
Randy, and who seconded?
Mr. Tatsias.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Tatsias?
No,
Mr.
Thank you.
Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes.
Mr. Espinola? Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Want to recess?
We just need a roll call, so we're back.
Oh, okay, roll call.
Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes.
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yep.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Here.
Mr. Moran?
Bless you, Mike.
Okay. Motion to accept the the non-contractual personnel contract as presented by the superintendent.
Memo.
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 Second.
Mr. Tatsias? Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes.
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Okay. Motion to approve the contract of the Jamie Costa as presented.
Second.
Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes.
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Motion to approve the contract of the Human Resources Director as presented.
Kathy Tenney.
Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes.
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Motion to approve the Assistant Principal contract as presented.
Mr. Espinola. I know his name.
No, I was looking at George Tatsias, so I was the wrong name. Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes.
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Okay, and now a motion to go back into executive session.
A motion to what?
Go
Motion to go
into-
back into executive session.
For the grievance.
For the grievance.
So moved.
Mr. Gigi.
Curtis.
Lemay.
Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare?
Yes.
Mr. Espinola?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu?
Yep.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.